afternoon. Today is March 28th, and I am interviewing Ms. Mello for my career research project. I am researching the career of natural science manager. Ms. Mello, do I have your permission to record this interview?
Yes.
How is your subject matter related to my career interest of a natural science manager?
Before I can answer that question, I'd like one or two sentences about what your career will entail.
My career, the managers plan and direct activities in fields such as like natural sciences, like science, and we do research and develop data on the field.
So you yourself identified two aspects that literacy and English would help you with. The first, leading others, communicating well.
Yeah.
When we practice reading and writing, we learn how to communicate, and we're therefore able to get what we want and lead others that way. And then also you've mentioned research, being able to read and being able to write about what you read and summarizing and taking away what you get from it and making it its own project. That's all literacy, and that's all something that you would gain from an English class.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. How will your class prepare me for my career interest?
For your career interests, I do a lot of presenting. We do a lot of presentations. So as a manager and leading others, you need to get in front of groups, right?
Yeah.
You need to captivate their attention.
Yeah.
And so practicing presenting and the intonation, etc., that will help you in your career, as well as reading and writing about what you read.
Okay. What makes your class different compared to other classes in Los Angeles?
Well, the Alliance Charter Organization is unique to other schools in the Los Angeles area in that we have the blended learning model with the laptops and stations. So we're able to work on, say, a project as well as two different standards in one class period because of the station model, as well as the integration of technology allows students who read at maybe the 5th grade level to coexist in a classroom with students who read at the college level because of, say, Achieve 3000 or Revolution Prep. I'm not sure how much you use that in your class now.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
How do you implement character education into your class?
There are expectations that I have in my class. For example, citizenship. I usually don't get one student in trouble. I'll get the class in trouble. If you see one student or a group of students who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, it's your job as a member of the class, we're one team, to squash that.
Yeah.
Also, the stories that we read, the books that we read, all the characters have conflicts. They have relationships. They have issues that they need to work through. And so, as readers, we put ourselves in their shoes and we solve those conflicts and those problems. Just like for character counts, you have your citizenship, responsibility, trustworthiness, respect.
Okay.
So seeing something from another point of view.
Are there any activities or projects in your class that will help me in oral comprehension, speaking clarity, and intricate reasoning?
I do not have an assignment that's specifically about, say, the topic of oral presentations, but if you take a look at the back wall, we just did sociograms. So groups of 3, we made a project on the text Lord of the Flies, and then I taught how to present.
Yeah.
And then groups came up and they practiced presenting, and then they practiced again. So I guess building those communication skills, yes.
Will your class help me in improving my writing skills?
Yes.
And how so?
Many ways. I'm a stickler for grammar.
Okay.
So I'm very
strict on
grammar.
Yeah.
We do lots of in-class writing. We do peer editing where you have a rubric and you look for specific parts of the essay. So before you even turn it into me, you have to go through peers and make sure that they had all the parts of the body paragraph. I teach the body paragraph pretty heavily, and then I expect integration of 2 quotes per paragraph. I haven't experimented with Rev Prep yet, but there are online grading as well. But I'm definitely big on writing, as it's how we present ourselves to society, and we want to appear as intelligent as we are.
Yeah.
Okay?
What advice do you have that can help me accomplish my goals?
Get involved in extracurricular activities that meet those interests, so that when you apply to college and you have this potential major that you're applying for, it'll be like, yeah, look, I'm aligned what I've been doing aligns to what I want to study in the future. So
Okay.
if you can get involved in extracurricular activities, that would be impressive. And also to do some outside reading on it. If you ever have an extra 10 minutes or so
Yeah.
and you're on your laptop, do some research. Find the schools that are good for that career.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions that I have for you, Ms. Mello. Thank you for your time.
Sure.